Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus new moon for the month of January tarot oracle reading. And Scorpio, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not in Scorpio, we still all have a little bit of Scorpio in us. If you have your birth chart, where does this energy show up for you? My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Be aware that this is a collective or general reading. Parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timeless reading, meaning that whenever it shows up for you, it's a timely time for you. And you may, if it has been a while since I posted this, look back what was going on in your life when I posted it. That could give you a lot more clarity regarding your situation. We're going to start with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And this is for the entire reading. Okay, we have like a Scorpio, you have an energy of never-ending nightmare. So you're looking for some change in your life, clearly. And this is talking about someone that's waking up in the middle of the night and they're wondering about the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? Or, and those represent your internal forces, or you're wondering what the EF happened. Those are your external forces. So this is saying, this card is saying that you're caught in a loop that doesn't seem to end. Every tarot card has two different meanings, opposing meanings, basically. So this could be a never-ending nightmare that you feel is never ending, and you're waking up worried and you can't sleep because of that energy. Or it also can be that this energy that you have woken up between the hours of 2 or 4 in the morning, and you have enlightenment, and you're like, you had a dream and you can remember it very clearly and it seems so real. Or you just had this idea pop in your head when you woke up. And so this is trying to remember exactly what it was. So sometimes this represents like the steps of action that you need to take to remove yourself from a situation or to build something. And you're getting inspiration from the divine. That usually does happen between the hours of 2 to 4 in the morning. If that should happen to you and you're in a situation where you just had a dream and you're trying to remember it, you could just remember that if you don't move, just lay in the same position that you're at, and remember it from that viewpoint, because as soon as you physically move, it's more challenging to remember a dream. And we have, from the bottom of the deck now, like, what are these internal forces? Okay, so it's coming up. We have the Ace of Swords here, so this is really good. This is saying the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. So whatever that you downloaded in the middle of the night that you are doing your best to remember here is talking about it being enlightenment that is going to be life-changing for you. It will release you from this never-ending nightmare cycle. The quilt on the bed here has cosmic symbols on it, and it represents the fact that you may need to get out of your comfort zone, but the universe does have you covered here. And so now, once you know the truth, then you are going to have the freedom to be able to move forward. You know how they say the truth will set you free. So this is talking about the what ifs. That's the part of the energy here where it's internal forces. You can't control everything that's happening around you or the people around you. You, however, can control whether you react or you respond to it. And so let's see what's going on here. We have the Emperor. So the Emperor energy is it's all about performance. So you might be working on something, and for whatever reason it's not working, and you're wondering, why is it not working? Like, what am I missing here? What's the piece of the puzzle that I'm missing? And so all these thoughts are like, you're constantly thinking about it, but it just won't quite come to you. That kind of energy. Emperor, as I said, is all 4 kings rolled into one person. So the performance level is very high. We're talking about someone who is at the top of their game, no matter what it is, and that could represent a CEO of a company. It could represent the head of a project. It could represent, you know, that I'm picking up some military energy, like being really high in the military force, being it could be like a surgeon or a doctor doing research, that kind of energy. It's like whatever the emperor is doing, they're very high performing individuals. So it's kind of almost like it's really irritating them, because, or you, if you're the emperor energy here, which this is talking about your internal forces. So if you're in this emperor energy, you're used to having, like, being able to solve things, but this one thing, you're wondering what is going on here. So the emperor also embodies the qualities, like, of being so wise and being able to bring thoughts and bring them down to earth and build shift and make it happen, as well as having a really strong ability to control their emotions and to have, like, a strong foundation for that. And so this is also talking about being, you know, knowing when to take action and when to wait. And you'll notice, like, the emperor has his armor on underneath his robe here, and he's ready. Like, when the opportunity comes, when he gets, when this, he knows it will eventually, he will be clear on this, and when it does, he's ready to make a move on it. So that's the energy. This is how you identify with yourself right now. So I feel like the what ifs might not be so much like a worrisome situation as more like, you know, when a dog is worrying a bone and you just keep chewing on the same old bone over and over again and it's lacking flavor now. It's like, all right, like, can I just please move on from this one bone here and have something new come in my life? And so, of course, with the new moon coming up on the 18th and it being in Capricorn energy is like the mountain goat that climbs the mountain, and the Capricorn energy is the most responsible and mature of all the pentacle signs. Pentacles represent earth energy, wealth, health, abundance on planet Earth, like how to bring thoughts down to earth into matter kind of energy. And so this is Capricorn energy is on the 18th, and I'm doing this reading right now. We normally will feel the pull of the new moon and the full moon about 3 days before and after. So you may really be feeling this energy, like it's right on the edge of your mind. I'm getting the swords are double-edged swords, so it's kind of, that's the picture I'm getting. It's like it's on the edge, like you're just, you know, like it's like on the tip of your tongue. You know it's going to come to you. So the new moon might be in Capricorn might be the perfect opportunity to really come to some sort of understanding of what you need to do to take the next step. We have temperance. So this temperance is talking about, this is actually more like Sagittarius energy, which is the sign before Capricorn. And Sagittarius likes action. So I'm just getting that's very in the line of the Emperor energy. The Emperor, though, is it's a pentacle energy. So it is about bringing thoughts down to earth. The temperance energy is actually Sagittarius, but Sagittarius is not known for being patient. And this is talking about being on your path, patiently devoted to the path that you were put on earth to get it done sort of energy. And this is talking about having to have the patience to be able to be, devoted to your path, that you, have to kind of pour into it, pour into yourself, and eventually know that it's going to come. This angel has 1 foot in the water, that's representing the universal waters, and 1 foot on earth, representing bringing that energy down. And so a lot of people consider this to be the energy of an earth angel, someone that God has sent down to the planet to be able to make the planet a better place with this amazing idea, or bringing the truth out. Okay, or bringing the truth out. So the temptation is on the devil. It represents temptation. Now, Capricorn energy is actually ruled by Saturn, and so is the devil, ruled by Saturn. And right now, we are in that Capricorn energy. We moved into the sign of Capricorn, and that's kind of the ruling energy right now from December 22nd until just after this new moon. And this energy of Capricorn, again, is like climbing that mountain, getting like determined. The Capricorn energy is on the front end, the glyph is like a mountain goat. And on the back end, it's a dolphin tail. So it's kind of like trying to climb a mountain with a dolphin tail on your rear end instead of having, you know, a hind end and hooves. And so this is talking about having absolute determination. And Saturn energy is ruled by the black box of Saturn. And so this energy, these two lovers are yoked to this energy. And interestingly enough, the word yoga is about being yoked. And so sometimes I feel like the energy is, these people could just take these chains off their necks. Like, it's not like they're so tight, but they're yoked on some other level. Like they've, you know, and, you know, there's always stories about when people who are really successful, they have to sell their soul to the devil kind of energy. So this energy is talking really, the lovers represent having choices. And when you sell your soul to the devil, you are giving up your choice and you're turning that over to this temptation instead of the energy of staying patiently, that you will receive the answer. You just need to wait until it comes to you, like it's on the way kind of energy. And so when this card comes up, I always cover it, because you're not going to get the truth out of the devil. You're going to just get another question. So what we want to do is cover it and see now. The devil is an archetype. It's an energy representing temptation and taking the easy path out and not the moral path. You want it done and you'll do what you have to do to get it done kind of energy, and not caring about the morality or the ethics of it. That's the energy I'm picking up here. And so we're going to cover that and see what's coming in. So this is conception of actions that have been taken. Interesting. I've never seen this card covering the temptation devil energy before, but this could represent, because this is two lovers yoked, maybe they conceived an actual baby, and that's keeping them together. If they hadn't conceived that baby, perhaps they wouldn't be yoked. And the reason why they are is because they have children together. That could be the underlying energy here. This can represent a project that has been launched, and the wands are either going to, this could be like something you launched and they're about to land, but they're not landing where you want them to go, and that could be the issue. Or this could represent this temptation energy launching a bunch of negativity towards the emperor, and that's why it's being held up, is that there's a bunch of actions being taken by other people that want to take this idea. Want to steal it from the emperor, and so they're directing all this energy towards the emperor so that it's more difficult for him to accomplish his goal. Really interesting. I haven't seen it. It could be one or the other. Take it how it resonates with you. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming in. So this is talking about, and this is kind of interesting because I just did a reading for Libra, and this is exactly in the same position as it was in Libra. And this is like the Knight, or was it? Yeah, it was Libra. So the Knight of Pentacles is coming in, and this is a knight. And so the knights would work for the king and queen, or the court, the royal court. And in the old days, they would be the ones that delivered messages back and forth, and sometimes to different countries or different kingdoms. So it would take forever to get the information there and back. Kind of like that's the situation I'm feeling here. And so this energy is talking about, there's some information coming in regarding this pentacle. It's about the money possibly behind this project, or this could represent a delay of having, the support from other people that had agreed to make this happen with you. That's the energy I'm getting. And this also can represent, like, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in all of the deck. Like, his horse is literally at a standstill. And this is talking about, like, he's surveying the territory and wondering, which way should I go here? Should I go this way, or should I go this way? Should I stay on my path, or should I take this offer from these other people? and I'll get the job done quicker. And because the Emperor is all about performance, he's very tempted to do this. Now, this energy, the Knight of Pentacles, generally when this offer comes in, it's a solid offer. And I feel like this is saying, don't take the shortcut, wait. And I also feel that there is some energy being directed your way when you are asleep. That is like from kind of this energy. There's a bunch of people putting a bunch of effort into making this not happen for you, Emperor. And they're using, like, you know, their black magic, voodoo, whatever they're doing that they think is going to rule over God's truth. Like, and, you know, of course they're wrong, but they don't know they're wrong, and they're going to keep doing it. And it is disturbing. It's disturbing your sleep. And it is, this is really funny how this is coming in, because the Knight of Pentacles is a slow offer, but it's a solid offer when it does come in. And I feel that this offer coming in for you, this information coming in for you that's being delivered by this Knight of Pentacles, will be exactly what you need to stay on your path. But you have to be patient, you know. And this energy is trying to come in and make you impatient. That's the energy I'm getting. And they're using a lot of psychic energy to try and overrule God's plan here. So whatever you're working on must be something very important, you know, to the grand scheme of things. There must be a lot of money in it. If people are putting this kind of energy into something, then it means that, you know, follow the money and you'll find who's doing it. Some people will do anything for money. We've got the Ace of Wands coming in. So yes, this is reminding you, the Ace of Wands is talking about a passion for new discovery. The new moon is about new, and that's coming up on the 18th. The other energy that I'm also picking up that this could be saying is on the February 17th, we have a new moon, and we also have the new year based on the lunar calendar coming in for the Chinese New Year. And that is in a fiery horse energy. And the horse might be at a standstill now, because the perfect timing of this will be on that new moon. There's a new moon on the February 17th. And at the same time, it is bringing in this fiery horse energy, which is more, you know, like the fiery horse energy is about new, new adventures, new ways of doing things, new paths, setting very high achievement goals and really working towards them, and a lot of forward movement. It's about being free-spirited, not bound to someone else's schedule or their choice in how they're going to use this idea. And the swords represent great ideas, and this is about having the passion and everything sort of coming together. I feel like it's talking about not this new moon that's going to hit, but the next new moon, when this fire horse energy comes in, that it will be like very fast after that. And when the Knight of Pentacles offer comes in, it usually is a solid offer, and it quite often this can represent a legacy, like enough pentacles that it could create generational wealth for you. And so, of course, other people may be interested in having this instead of you. So that's, and I do feel that they are using psychological and psychic tactics to throw you off and to get you to take their offer, which is coming in a very sneaky, shifty way. That's the energy. It's really interesting, because this is now talking about someone being very disappointed. And this is talking about the energy being, this is generally about romantic love, being disappointed in romantic love. So because this is lovers, it could be someone that you are with that is connected to this, that is your lover. Let me see here. And this can talk about, you've given them 3 times in the past where you've kind of been like suspicious or whatever. And now you're done. 3 strikes and you're out, like, I'm done. And they're saying, give me one more chance. And you're saying, no, no, I don't think so. That's the kind of energy. And you may have children with this person, and that may be why you've stayed in this relationship. This is really wild. So, well, it's not. It's kind of a lot of the reason why a lot of people, it's really interesting, actually, that number 18 is, and also 1 + 8 = 9. And the 18 years of marriage is quite often when divorce starts to happen. And the reason for that is quite often we conceive children and we get married for that reason. Not just for that reason, but it can be the, hey, if someone is pregnant, I've conceived a child, I may as well, I'm going to be raising this child with them, I may as well marry them kind of energy. So that's the energy that's coming in here. And this can also represent that there was 3 people involved in a relationship where you thought there was only 2. This is like being offered like another cup of love and saying, no, thank you. I'll just sit here under this tree and be disappointed. And that's kind of the energy I feel. This also doesn't always represent the energy of romantic love, but because with this energy here in the conception, that's what I'm picking up, and the passion. But like you could have passion for something that you love to do or love to be, or this idea that you've been like, it's your baby. That's the energy coming in. So it could be either or it could be both, actually. Like there's no, it could easily be both. Really, I haven't had the cards come up quite like in this energy before. So this is talking about the what ifs. If I do this, what if I do this? What if I do this? Well, what will happen? Will that happen? And what if I do that? Will, this happen? That kind of energy. So this is your identity. And so you do see yourself as an emperor, and like you're successful. You understand what it takes to have strong performance, but you are losing your patience right now. And this is abundance and self-worth. So this is talking that this idea actually is God's plan. This is God's idea. This is, the timing is up to the divine. It doesn't really have to do with you, I hate to say. You are considered very important in God's plan. But having said that, it is going to be in divine order. And that's for good reason that you may not understand. But stay on your path and you will understand soon enough when the time is right. And then this is about your communication in early life. So it could be that your parents were in that situation, and you might be from a divorced couple or whatever, and that kind of energy is has affected you in your relationships when it comes to romance and whatever. Or this can be in the past, you've been in situations where, you've had this idea and you've been on it for a very long time, and you've had other people come in and, shift all over your idea, right? And then take you kind of off path. Then you had to get back on it again. And that's why you understand now. Your emotional foundation for this is you understand, don't do things too quickly. And that's the energy that's really important. If you happen to, like with the Scorpio energy, it's kind of like being in this energy, like when this horse energy comes in, it is really good for moving forward in that really adventurous. It's more of a Sagittarian energy, like you think about the centaur reaching their goal and wanting adventure, etc. But the other thing is that the driving force behind it, with the horse, if you think about a horse that gets a bit in its mouth and you're riding it and it takes off, and you're on there and you're hanging on for dear life because like if you fall off, you're going to really hurt yourself. And the energy is, there's a warning that comes with the fire horse energy, is that don't do impulsive behaviors. And also do not just run with an idea and just not stop and not take your time with it, because you'll burn yourself out. That's the energy. And so this is about really being in a position here for your creativity. It's maximized. And also for your having passion again for romance. So the universe is saying, we're offering you we're offering you a new passion for life, a new passion for this idea, and a new passion, if you want, in your love life. Like, this is kind of like about the way you look at everything that you love or that you want to love, that kind of energy. And so if this is your baby, it's going to add, this energy coming in is going to be really intense. I don't feel it's talking about this Capricorn new moon. This is well, it is, because it's saying right now the best thing you could do is release anything that is going to impede you moving forward. The other thing is, on January 26th, Neptune, which is sort of the planet of, deep shift, is moving. It's been back and forth a little bit, and it's been moving from the Pisces energy to the Aries energy, which is going to be very much more aggressive. And on January 26th, it makes its final move, and it just stays in Aries, and it'll be there for 14 years. And when it's in Pisces, basically what it's saying is, if there's something you've ever dreamt of, if there's a goal that you have that is so big, this is a second chance for it. And start doing the steps of action that you need. And this is perfect for this new moon, is consistent steps of action in this Capricorn energy, climbing that mountain step by step, slower though, not rushing it. And then when on January 26th, like when we move into that Aries energy, that will have been your last chance for this old idea, that dreamy energy of Pisces, having a dream and reaching it. And because after it's going to be in Aries for 14 years, and then it'll be in Taurus for 14 years, and it's not going to come around again for like another 150 or 60 years kind of energy. And so it'll be after your time, basically. And so this is kind of like saying this is a really good time, this new moon coming up. Take consistent steps of action. Prepare yourself for this new moon that's coming in on the 17th. And really, that's when this energy is going to just take off. And if you're prepared for it, you'll have good rein on the horse, and it's not going to get its way. You're going to have your way. This is really, yeah. And then look at this. A tower comes in. So the tower is a reality check. And I feel like this energy right now, this new moon, is a reality check for you, but the reality check isn't going to hit. It's really interesting. I'm getting the reality check is actually for the external forces that are in this energy. Their checkmate is what I'm hearing. They've been playing checkers, and you've been playing chess. That's the energy. And so this is talking about, you're going to be, if you use the energy of the new moon to prepare for when the horse energy comes in, they are going to have a major reality check. This is a reality check, a tower moment for the external forces that are trying to come in towards this energy. They are going to be like, it's going to be bang. It's going to be sudden, and it will be very shocking for some, and some of them will have seen it coming. And the energy is, you will have seen it coming, because you if you take this advice from the universe right now, you will be prepared for it, and you will be ready to take this on to a new goal. And I'm also getting that there could be some sort of new energy coming in for this full moon that you've been waiting for, like that maybe wants to invest in your idea and is more in alignment with your goals for the idea than for this energy, So it's really an interesting reading. Yeah, and then look at this. The external forces is the Knight of Cups is coming in, and this is like, the Knight of Cups is all about love. And this is saying, take that cup. The universe, God is saying, this is a divine gift, a new passion for love. This is romantic love, as well as what you can have both. You can have this goal that is your baby that you want to love, and then you can have the romantic love on top of it. That's really cool. So the knight in shining armor is actually like the horse is moving now. See, it's the horse is like not just standing there anymore. And the Knight of Cups is like your typical romantic figure, you know, all shiny and dressed up and ready and knowing I have a cup of love for you, and I'm sure of it. That kind of energy. He's got his emotions reined in. His horse is actually looking back to him for guidance, like, where do you want me to go now? Not trying to take off, and not at a standstill, like, hey, are we going somewhere, kind of energy like that. And so we do have, yes, this is talking about having stepped through this portal of energy. This person is standing where they are at, and this is talking about moving forward with a new goal, like with the new, and leaving like this past energy behind, like you've stepped through the portal. This looks like sand, but actually it's just the way the sun is shining on it. It's sunset or sunrise or sunset. I'm getting sunrise because it's about the news, so that, you know, your heart is at peace because the sun rises in the east. We know some things are just meant to be. The sun rises, the sun sets, and the sun represents the divine energy, the God putting this into place, and it's time. This is going to be your indication. There's ships on this water here, and it's like your ships are sailing in. It's time. Now it's time. It's divine time by God, though. That's why the water is like the yellow brick road. You know, and that's such a beautiful thing when the sun shines on the water like that. And then it turns such a beautiful color. And then we have the magician coming in. This is indicating, okay, you're on the new path. When the fool begins their journey, the very first card, that's the 0 point. And so you're at the 0 point, and then the magician energy is the very first energy you come across. This is an energetic upgrade. So this is taking what was destined for you from heaven and bringing it down to earth, and it's time. And I'm getting the reason why this energy is coming in instead of like the Fool card is because you're not a baby. You've been at this a very long time. I feel like you're an emperor. You've been there, done that, and you've been, you know what you know. You know how you understand how to get it done now, and you have all the tools that you need to bring this idea down to earth. There's infinite potential in it, and now it's time to move. And you notice the color of the sky is the same. It's like this is divine timing. This is the universe being in perfect organization. It's time to move now. And you'll know it. And this can actually sometimes even indicate that you're going to move, change locations from where you live, or where your business is, or that kind of energy. We have heartbreak of some kind. But this card represents that there needs to be forgiveness. But having said that, with that Capricorn energy coming in also, it's just kind of like, is this a cliff with a cloud above it, or is this a human? And this is the shoulders, and this is the throat. And this is talking about, when you look at it, it's like, oh, it's heartbreaking. And there's swords in the heart. And, and then you look again and you go, wait a minute, the heart is way bigger than the swords should be, sort of energy and context. So this is actually representing, if it was a heartache, it's something that you're going to be able to recover from. But there's always two meanings to every tarot card. That's why I don't take cards in reverse. I like to take them in context with the other cards. And I feel like this is saying your subconscious mind, which are the thoughts that you have from the time you're born until about 6 or 7, these are heavily imprinted on you. Your subconscious mind is what you use first. It's the impulsive mind, basically. And when you think about it, you can't really remember what happened to you that clearly, most people anyway, when they're a baby. and also, you know, up to about the age of 6 or 7. But it's heavily imprinted on you. And those really aren't your thoughts. Those are the thoughts of the people that were put in charge of your care, imprinting that energy onto you. And really, you have to rely on them when they say, oh, you were like this or you were like that, that you, that they had it right. Your unconscious mind is what your soul desires. A lot of people feel like, oh, I'm a human being and I have a soul, but you're actually a soul that's traveling in a human body so that you can, it's your vehicle for getting around, you know? And then we have your conscious mind, which is being conscious of what's going on. And this is talking about all three of them being congruent and also being in the energy of your authentic heart's desires. So I feel like that's what this is actually representing. There might be some healing and forgiving in this energy, but I feel like this is more like just life, you know, like, you know, you may have noticed things don't always go perfectly in romantic relationships or in business or whatever. And it's not always because people have bad intentions. Sometimes people have good intentions, but the road to hell is paved with with good intentions. Things that don't go according to plan. Here we go, right here. I love this. Like, it's just so clear here. Like, this is crying over spilt milk, or wine, as may be the case. This quite often talks about there was like 3 people involved in a relationship where there should have been 2. This person is like, this is external forces. This is about 2 of these cups are spilling wine. And the third cup, we don't know what's in it, but it's not belonging to that wine. Like, it wasn't, if these 2 people were toasting each other with wine, that cup didn't have wine in it. It had something else in it. And so this is talking about having regret. And again, this energy here, this often means that there was 3 people in a relationship where there was supposed to be 2. And that's where the disappointment comes from. It can also be 3 strikes and you're out kind of energy, but it is about romantic love more often than not. It could be representing something you love to do and be, that you've been disappointed by business partners or whatever 3 times in the past, and you're really leery of taking on any other partners or listening to anyone that has anything to say about this. The best thing you can do here, instead of standing here in regret, is to turn around, notice that there's 2 cups standing, pick them up and go down the path, cross the bridge over troubled waters, and get to your castle and get back to business. Or this could represent a new castle. And it's half standing and half fallen, or half white and half black, because it's representing, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? What is your attitude going to be? And then we have the energy coming in. Okay, so there could be some sort of reconciliation here. This energy, 6 of Cups, is quite often talking about a form like reconciling with someone from your past, or and this can be about, like, this is about forgiveness, as I said. So this could be, okay, like you're reconciling with someone that in the past. And generally, this is about a relationship that you've had with someone. And this is talking about, you know, the path for reconciliation. The very first step is forgiveness, but forgiveness is for yourself. You forgive others and you forgive yourself for your part in it. And because you recognize we're all human beings, and it's that kind of energy. That, okay, I can forgive you, but you don't have to reconcile with someone just because you forgive them. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you agree with what they did or you condone what they did. It may even mean you don't even want to talk to them to tell them that you forgive them. You just do it so that you can move forward, and they don't occupy your mental space anymore. They don't rent space in your head anymore without paying the rent. And so this is talking about going back to like the innocence of your childhood. But when you really look at this looks like 2 children maybe playing, and there's these white flowers in tarot represent innocence. and the white glove on the hand represents not wanting to get your hands dirty kind of energy. But when you look closer, like, so this can represent someone that you've known since childhood, or someone that you've known that was way younger than they are now. Some time has passed. And this energy is talking about, like, these children, when you look closer, those aren't children. That's a gnome, and that's an old woman or a young woman that's really small, depending on how you look at the face. And this person that's watching over the kids in the background is actually walking away from them. So they're not children, it's an illusion. And so this is talking about illusions. And in those cups is a plant from the nightshade family, Datra, and sometimes shamans use it to bring forth visions so that you can rid yourself of illusions in ceremony. It's highly poisonous. Don't try it. Like, it's not something to play with at all. But that I feel like could be talking about, like, what was in this cup, right? Was it an illusion? Some sort of energy like that. So take that however, but, like, this is talking about, coming in. It can talk about a reconciliation, but it isn't necessarily with someone that you love. It could be about an illusion that you had, or it could talk about, having had an illusion about someone and then finding out the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And now you're like, hey, I want to tell you, I didn't know what was going on with you, or that kind of energy. You might have bumped into someone over the holidays that you haven't seen since your childhood. That's the kind of energy it is. And also it can talk about reconciliation with family members, that kind of energy. So this is a real interesting reading, Scorpio. I'm enjoying it. It's been thank goodness the readings have been a bit lighter in some ways than the past ones, but this one is talking about kind of like all sorts of different energies coming in, which I guess is because Scorpio is that way, that energy. The Scorpio energy is very much about being able to unite people or divide and conquer, that kind of energy. Like, which energy are you in? Are you going to divide, or are you going to conquer? And that's okay. So if you're enjoying this, please do give it a like and a comment. I want to see if there's more that we can get from this. I'm going to clarify this with my oracle, Tales from the Vector. And I started this back in 2007. In 2020, I completed all 64 paintings. I'm an artist, so I had a lot of fun with it. Some of them were really big dragons, and they're from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And they like big paintings, so it took a while. And I have had them out and about, but didn't have them all complete. And so now I am working on bringing this out. I have a website, talesfromthevector.com, TAILS, and you can go to there. The numbers on the cards that I'm using here are representing the paintings in the order they're listed in the gallery. And in the description box below, I will put them in the order they show up here, so that, they say a picture paints 1,000 words. It may give you some more insight. I'm just tuning into this energy, and I just want to make sure that we're tuned into it, because my cards are jumpy, and usually one jumps out, and then I know, okay, there we have this. This is really interesting. Okay, there's like, 4 cards that want to come out, like, right now, and one on the bottom here that's wanting to come out. So this one is the underlying energy for this is saying that this energy is about the all-star. So this is talking about the chakras, and this is talking about needing to use your third eye to be able to get the information, and using your insight as well as your logic. If you ask a logical question, you want a logical answer, quite often you'll get another question, and it gets you in a loop. Whereas if you ask a logical question and you use your intuition, you'll get an answer, and then you can apply your logic to it to take action with it. We have the trauma queen. So there's been some energy here, and I feel like it's this energy here, of course, that hold the drama. Tired of the drama. So this is like when people get into fight, flight, or freeze. So the problem is like if if been working on something for a real long time, you might be in the energy where you've had to fight for it all the time, and you don't want to be fighting for what you want. Fighting is like a lot of energy. Flight is like when you just take off. Like I said, the horse just takes off and takes you down the wrong path. And then freeze is just when nothing is happening, or it feels like nothing is happening. And I do feel that this energy is talking about what we were saying down here, is that maybe the way you were raised or whatever, you didn't have an upbringing with like parents that were together and were a good example for having a commitment or a solid commitment with each other, and that has caused you to have a lot of drama in your life. And sometimes when we get used to that, we confuse that drama with passion, and we confuse anxiety with excitement. And so it's like wanting that peace of mind and going for it. And then we have indifference. So the karmic space, we're all in it together, a work in progress, except that it's pipe dreams sometimes. And so this image is, for this energy, is a jigsaw puzzle. And on the top, it's got a unicorn and everything's bright and beautiful. But underneath are pictures of homeless people and people that are in dire straits and just being indifferent to the suffering of the world kind of energy. So people will say, oh, we're all in it together. But hey, sometimes they have ulterior motives, and they just say they're all in it together. And then this is talking about needing to be able to have the patience to open up your heart chakra again, or having the faith and the trust in your destined path. This energy is talking about your personal heart chakra. It's talking about opening your heart up again to the energy of like just the faith, I feel, of you're on your destined path, and not to worry so much about the timing. It's more about having, loving what you do and enjoying it, the alchemy of it, like the give and take of it. And so the saying on this is falling and failing in love is a matter of I. And then this is the other card. Like, so all 5 of these cards were like, bang, wanting to come out. So this is talking about teenage boys. So this energy could be talking about you when you were a teenager. Something may have happened. You may have even conceived a child back then, and found out about it, that kind of energy. But this energy is actually talking about when the horoscope signs come in a general collective reading like this. This could represent someone that is a Leo in your story if you're listening to this right now. But that's not my intention for the general collective reading, is to take the energy, the state of being. So Leo is representing someone that's born to lead. And it's also talking about, teenage boys are very impulsive, and they're, it's thinking with their little head instead of their big head quite often, being very impulsive in their decision making. And now, like they used to say, it takes the frontal lobe of the brain to till you're 21 or so before that's formed. But now they're saying it's even longer, like 24, 25. And boys tend to be a little bit slower in that frontal lobe development control compared to, girls. But this is saying you're a born leader, and avoid impulsive behaviors here. And that's the energy. This is talking about, understanding that you want to be in a place where you're not acting out of arrogance because you don't really have the confidence that it's going to go through, but yet you're totally confident of your decision making, like the Emperor is. And then we have the next energy coming in from the deck, father figures. Yeah, so this energy is talking about, like, it could be that at some point here that you're just because your parents maybe weren't getting along or whatever, it doesn't mean that you didn't really have a strong regard with your father. And sometimes this energy can be like you want to be like your father, and sometimes you want to be the opposite. And then this energy is about having pride. And so this is all or nothing. Hear me roar. So it's talking about having that passion and that you're not giving up. And it's also talking about sometimes I feel like having to feel like you have to lower your pride and like explain things to people in a way and like put up with their kind of energy of them not seeing the point and being in this energy instead of recognizing how valuable this could be and having to do that over and over again because it's a unique idea, whatever this is you're working on. And then we have the energy of the sun coming in. So this is saying this is a gift from the divine, from the universe for staying on your path, that this time it will be different. And that you can, this is God's timing now. This isn't, this is a new, we're moving from the internal forces into the external now. And so this can talk about an offer of love coming to you, or you going after an offer of love maybe back from when this time was, when there was illusions around it, or it just, whatever, like it's life, right? And there might have been something that needed to be forgiven or that kind of energy. So we have the Gemini energy coming in on this reality check. And I really do feel like this is the external forces. And I'm getting that energy again of they were playing checkers and you were playing chess, kind of. And they're going to learn this the hard way. Yeah, really, it's kindergarten energy. And then we have, jealousy. So this is the position of your commitment, marriage, and partnerships. So you may have been with a very jealous person, or you may have a tendency to be jealous. That kind of, or your parents were, and that's kind of the energy you don't ever want to be in again, that kind of energy. We have the Hierophant here. So this is about traditional structure, and this is actually in the position of the Scorpio position of transformation and death and shared resources. And I feel like perhaps your idea is innovative enough that people that were from the traditional structure couldn't see the energy. But I feel because now we're more like we're more in the age of Aquarius. I feel like 2020 was kind of defining that a little bit more. And we're seeing like the technology coming out, and we're hearing more about the truth of technology that's out there. That's what I'm noticing. There's more truth coming out about what really is happening as far as like advancements in technology and what the governments are using and all the different things that are coming out, the truths that are coming out from like the top all the way down to the bottom. So when those are coming out in the government and in, systems around the world, around the globe, then what's happening is it also changes the everyday person's perception of what's happening as well. And this is about needing to embrace that energy. And perhaps in the past, people from the traditional structure that would have the ability to put some pentacles into your idea are now seeing it more clearly because of the technology that we have, the AI. We have the Pisces, yeah. This energy is like about higher learning and travel. And that age of Pisces, like it's now more like, if you think about being in the age of Aquarius, you think about moving from the watery sign of Pisces. And that's why, okay, so I'll finish this thought first. The watery sign of Pisces, where your dreams, they either sink or they swim kind of energy. And this is talking about that Pisces energy moving into the age of Aquarius, which is a 2,160-year cycle, basically. And so we're in the baby stages of Aquarius, but it's like taking a fish out of water, and because Aquarius is air, and it's all about thoughts and thinking, and Pisces is more dreamy. So there comes that Neptune energy I was talking about, that on January 26th, there's going to be this energy where it moves now into Aries and out of Pisces. So this is again saying your dreams might be trying to tell you, like, these are the steps that you need to take. And all you have to do is be in that Capricorn energy right now of taking consistent steps of action, doing what you can do, and preparing for when this reality check hits. And I feel that's going to hit the next new moon. I'm still picking up that energy. And then we have the Aries. Yeah, look at confirmed right there. There we go. Being versus doing. So it's talking about Pisces is moving into Neptune is moving from Pisces into Aries. And you get prepared because your idea, this dream that you've been putting this energy into, is going like it's talking about like things that you really have wanted since you were a kid. They're starting to come true again. Like you have a second chance here. The universe is saying the timing is perfect for you. Abuse of power. So that's the regret there. You know, people abusing their power. Like they have more, you know, like we don't have to say anymore. You understand you're an emperor. And then we have this energy coming in. Yeah, this transition here. So this is about forgiveness, and this can be about reconciliation, but this is also talking about on a spiritual level, making this transition and secrets coming out, ending one cycle and beginning a new one. And you know, this is talking also about blessings from friends and just about humanitarianism. And that is Scorpio truly at your best, is being able to unite people. That energy of Scorpio when they're at their peak of energy, the stage of being is uniting people and bringing them together. I love this. This is a really beautiful reading for you, Scorpio. I hope you have also enjoyed it. Please do like and comment if you have, because it really does empower me to build my channel. And consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. It would be my honor if you did so. And I will be back with another reading for you regarding the end of the month. Bye for now, Scorpio.